Hi, peace and love to everyone. Welcome to the first edition of Blissfully Unbothered. I'm Nova. That's not my birth name, but it's a name that I'm choosing as I am embarking upon a transition phase of my life. Nova means a new bright star in astronomy. That's a very simplistic way of describing it, but essentially it's a star that already existed because we're all bright lights of the world. We come into the world as bright lights, bright energy, and then over the course of time and experiences and influences and conditioning, I think that many of us lose some of that light when we get quite lost. And then sometimes different experiences start to have us go internal and start to try to question and figure out what we are, who we are, and then we start to focus on that light again. So I had a dream for some reason that I just had a dream that I need to change my name to Nova. And I didn't know why. And then I remembered the dream some point later in the day. And when I looked it up, essentially it means a star that gets super bright, like very, very bright, brighter than it normally does for a period of time. And I thought, that's interesting. Here I am starting to question who I am, what my purpose is, like all people do at some point. I just turned 56, so I guess this is a good time in life that people start to try to figure out what that's all about, even though I think people do that throughout their life. I'm literally sitting on a roadway that is not very populated, not used very much. It's a nice uphill walk towards a dairy farm. But it is like a county access road. It's not private. But literally I'm just sitting here for a minute because it's such a beautiful backdrop with the water in the background. And it's just a beautiful scenery. So here and there, I'm just peeking behind me just to make sure I don't hear a little truck that's going up to the farm. So anywho, 56, officially midlife or past midlife. And depending on what studies you look at. And also currently over this past year experiencing a major change in my life that really profoundly affected everything about me. I'm headed towards divorce, which is, I think anybody would know, is super tough. Throughout this year, I focused in on the fact that I've been so heartbroken. But now, see, just like I said, got to get out of the way of the